Hello, welcome to Interesting History for YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and comment below for more interesting history. The dark side of solar energy is a topic that often gets overshadowed by the promise of clean, renewable power. However, the truth about toxic solar panel waste is a story that needs to be told. As the solar industry continues to grow, so too does the issue of how to properly dispose of and recycle the millions of panels that reach the end of their lifespan. In this YouTube video, we will unmask the toxic truth behind solar panel waste and explore the history, ingredients, impact, and solutions to this growing problem. The dawn of solar. A brief history. The road to harnessing the sun's power has been anything but straightforward, from ancient civilizations using it to torch up their BBQs, read, heating, and cooking, to the high-tech, sleek panels adorning rooftops today. Solar energy's journey has been lit, quite literally. The evolution of solar panels could give any tech transformation a run for its money, with a storyline filled with twists, turns, and a dose of ingenuity. In the 1950s, the world got its first glimpse of modern solar technology, albeit at a price tag that would make your wallet weep. Costing a small fortune per watt, these early models were the privilege of satellites orbiting the Earth, not something your average Joe could slap onto his roof. Fast forward a few decades, sprinkle in some groundbreaking research, a couple of oil crises, and voila. Solar panels began shedding their elite status, inching their way into the mainstream market. This solar saga isn't just about technological marvels, it's a tale of societal shifts. As the clarion call for renewable energy grew louder, solar panels became the poster child for clean, green energy. This burgeoning demand set the stage for a production boom, propelling solar power from a fringe player to a leading role in the global energy theater. Yet, as we applaud the ascent of solar energy, a shadow looms large. The growing pile of retired panels whispering the need for sustainable disposal practices. The narrative of solar energy, while shining bright, carries with it a cautionary note about the environmental legacy we're scripting. The journey from ancient sun worshippers to modern eco-warriors is far from over, with the next chapter waiting to be written in the annals of green innovation. What's in a panel? The toxic ingredients revealed. Peeling back the layers of a solar panel reveals more than just the wizardry of capturing sunlight. It's akin to opening a Pandora's box of elements that, while docile when basking under the sun, can turn into environmental rebels when it's time to retire these eco-warriors. Among the cast of characters, lead and cadmium take center stage, not for their autographs, but for their notoriety in the toxic materials lineup. These elements, when left unchecked, can waltz into our ecosystems, contaminating soil and water with the grace of a bull in a china shop. But the plot thickens beyond these heavy metals. Solar panels also harbor other elements that, although less talked about, are equally adept at causing a ruckus if liberated into the environment without proper oversight. This ensemble of materials, indispensable in the quest for clean energy, ironically poses a challenge as we strive to keep the planet green. The conundrum here isn't just the presence of these materials, but the intricate ballet required to extract and manage them post-curtain call. The solar industry, in its rush to the limelight, inadvertently set the stage for a complex after-party cleanup, one that requires not just a broom and dustpan, but a sophisticated high-tech recycling routine capable of handling the unique composition of solar panel waste. As we continue to champion solar energy as a pillar of sustainable living, acknowledging and addressing the backstage antics of its components is crucial. It's a narrative of contrast where the quest for a cleaner tomorrow is interwoven with the challenge of managing the not-so-sunny side of solar technology. The rise of solar waste, a growing problem. As the sun continues to rise on the solar industry, so too does a less radiant issue: the accumulating mountain of solar panel waste. It's an inconvenient sequel in the renewable energy saga, where the afterlife of solar panels becomes a plot twist no one saw coming. Imagine, if you will, a future where solar panels, once heralded as knights in shining armor against fossil fuels, find themselves in the role of environmental villains, with nowhere to go but down, into landfills. The crescendo of solar installations worldwide sings a tune of progress, yet whispers a looming challenge: what to do when these silicon-based heroes reach their twilight years. Picture this: a world where by 2050, millions of tons of solar panels are slated to bow out, taking a final curtain call. This isn't a distant dystopia. It's a foreseeable scenario that's inching closer with each setting sun. Navigating this waste quandary isn't akin to a leisurely stroll in the park. Oh no, it's more like a trek across uncharted territory, armed only with a compass and the hope that we'll stumble upon a green utopia where solar waste is but a myth. But here's the rub: we're not there yet. The burgeoning pile of retired panels is not just an eyesore, but a testament to the paradox of sustainable energy solutions that carry an expiration date. In the grand scheme of things, the rise of solar waste mirrors the very essence of human innovation: brilliant, ambitious, and a tad myopic. We've mastered the art of harnessing the sun's power, yet the task of managing its byproducts with the same zeal remains an odyssey. As the plot thickens, the narrative arc of solar energy's impact on our planet hinges on our next moves. Will we script a future where solar waste is an oxymoron? Or will we continue to be dazzled by the immediate glow of progress, blindsided by the shadows it casts? Stay tuned. The story is far from over. Recycling roadblocks. The struggle to stay green. Navigating the labyrinth of solar panel recycling is akin to solving a Rubik's Cube with a blindfold: complex, baffling, and not for the faint of heart. The crux of the conundrum lies not just in the intricate assembly of these sun chasers, but in the nuanced ballet of breaking them down. Picture this: an elaborate dance of materials so entangled that separating them requires more than just a keen eye and steady hand. It demands a touch of alchemy. Enter the arena of specialized handling and infrastructure, realms where only the bravest dare to tread. Here, the quest to disassemble solar panels morphs into an epic saga, with each step revealing a new layer of complexity. The materials within, though valuable in their assembled state, become the divas of the recycling world, demanding exclusive treatments and specialized facilities that are as scarce as hen's teeth. The economics of recycling these photovoltaic marvels throw yet another wrench into the gears. The balance sheet of recycling paints a picture of red, where the costs to disentangle, decontaminate, and repurpose eclipse the market value of the reclaimed booty. This economic imbalance tips the scales against the green crusade, making the journey towards sustainability resemble Sisyphus's eternal struggle: heroic, relentless, yet seemingly in vain. In this landscape of obstacles, the solar industry's quest to remain verdant is not just an uphill battle. It's a call to arms for innovators, policymakers, and green warriors alike. It's a narrative ripe with challenges, but also brimming with potential. A story where the next chapter is ours to write, in the unending quest to stay truly, deeply green. Toxic Tales. Real-world impacts of solar waste. Dive into the not-so-sunny side of solar panel retirement, and you'll find a world that's less about glowing endorsements and more about toxic consequences. It's like uncovering the plot twist in your favorite eco-thriller: solar panels, the heroes of our renewable energy dreams, moonlighting as potential villains in the environmental narrative. As these panels bow out from their day jobs, they're not always exiting stage left with grace. Instead, they leave behind a legacy that's a bit more radioactive than radiance. Imagine for a moment the scene of the crime. Vast landscapes littered with defunct solar panels, each a mini fortress of hazardous materials. Here, lead and cadmium, akin to the Bonnie and Clyde of toxic substances, seep into the earth, staging a silent takeover of soil and water sources. It's a stealthy operation, with the poisons infiltrating ecosystems and hitching rides on water molecules, eventually crashing the party at local water supplies. But the plot thickens as we zoom in on the human element. Those on the front lines of solar waste management face their own set of challenges, dodging health hazards that read like a cautionary label. It's a toxic tango, with workers pirouetting around potential threats to their well-being, all in the name of progress. This tale of toxic fallout isn't just an environmental blip, it's a wake-up call. Like the villains in our eco-thriller, these toxic impacts are hiding in plain sight, whispering the urgent need for innovative cleanup acts and safer disposal methods. And while the story might not have a fairy tale ending just yet, it's a chapter that demands our attention, pushing us to rewrite the narrative for a cleaner, greener finale. Shining a light on solutions, innovations in recycling. As we embark on the quest to conquer the solar panel waste dragon, fear not, for there are knights in shining armor already on the battlefield. These champions of sustainability are armed with the latest in wizardry and innovation, crafting spells that could turn the tide in our favor. It's not just about salvaging what we can anymore. It's about redefining the very essence of recycling in the solar realm. Enter the scene, robots and lasers, not for an interstellar battle, but for precision disassembly of retired solar panels. These aren't your garden variety bots, but sophisticated machines designed to separate materials with surgical precision, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. Imagine a future where panels are not dismantled, but rather deconstructed into their prime elements, ready to be reborn into new, gleaming solar warriors. But the innovation doesn't stop at robotics. There's alchemy afoot in the laboratories, where scientists are turning lead into gold, metaphorically speaking. By developing novel processes, they aim to extract even the most stubborn of materials for reuse, reducing the need to mine fresh resources from Mother Earth. These modern-day alchemists are not just recycling, they're upcycling, elevating the value of what was once considered waste. This isn't a fairy tale, nor a distant dream. It's the dawn of a new era in solar recycling, one where each panel lives not one, but multiple lifetimes, in a cycle that mirrors the very renewable principles it was born from. The knights are already at the round table, planning their next move, and while the dragon might not be vanquished today, the battle plans are being drawn, illuminating the path towards a truly sustainable solar future. The path forward, policies and practices to curb toxic waste. To turn the tide on toxic solar panel waste, a collective crusade of policymakers, industry moguls, and eco-conscious citizens is the order of the day. We're talking about a grand alliance, forging regulations that don't just sit pretty on paper, but spark real action in the trenches of waste management. Imagine a world where recycling isn't just a choice, but a mandate, where every solar panel basks in the glory of a second act thanks to innovative recycling technologies backed by juicy incentives. But wait, there's more. Awareness is our secret weapon, transforming the average Joe and Jane into guardians of the earth, vigilant in their quest for responsible panel disposal. It's about painting a picture so compelling that ignoring it would be akin to wearing socks with sandals, a definite no-go. This isn't just a cleanup operation. It's a movement to ensure the sun sets on toxic waste without dimming the luminous promise of renewable energy. Let's roll up our sleeves and sculpt a future where clean energy and a pristine planet are two sides of the same coin.